In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 tips that will help you break free from a traumatic past so you can start living your life without limits. Hello and welcome to this episode of Audacity to Lead. I am Dayo Samuel, and this is the show where I give you the courage and the necessary insights you need to lead your life and business in the direction that matters. Oftentimes I get to interact with people who tell me that I can't go back and change the past, I can only mourn it. And that is normal because they tell me that I cannot go and undo an experience I've had in the past. I can't turn back the hands of time and rewrite my story. And while that is true, what if you can change your experience of the past? What if you can change what that past actually means to you? The past is usually something you can't go back and rewrite, and I agree. But what if there's something you can do about a traumatic past? What if there's something you can do about that past and that you can start doing that starting today? I'm going to walk you through 3 tips that you can deploy starting right now that will help you change your relationship with whatever traumatic past you've had. Tip number 1, our brains have a negativity bias, which means that it tends to identify and even pay attention more to negative experiences than more positive experiences. So what that means is that even though your brain is naturally designed to pay attention to negative experiences, of course, that's the reason why you can be afraid, that's the reason why you can be scared, because it's trying to protect you. What you then will need to do will be to find a way to create triple times more positivity in your life so as to disrupt the chronic negative experiences you've had. Tip number 2, find a way to disrupt the memory anytime it is triggered. You know, it's easier to recall memories, it's easier for something to happen and then suddenly it takes you back to something that has happened to you in the past. Now, there are 2 ways to distract yourself from any memory that is triggered, especially any unwanted memory when it's triggered. One is distraction, and there are 2 types of distraction. There are positive distractions and there are negative distraction. Negative distraction is that distraction you engage in that gives you more problems than you anticipate, while positive distraction are those distractions that you engage with that changes the meaning, changes the content, changes the context, changes something about that memory that's been remembered. So you can look for positive things that you can use to distract yourself anytime the negative memory is triggered. The second way to disrupt old memories that you don't want to remember is ritualization. Find a way to behave differently when the memory is being triggered or when the memory flashes your mind. And what I mean is this: with every memory there's a record of how you behaved when that thing happened, how you felt when that thing happened. What you do in order to disrupt that memory is, if you remember this is what you were doing that time, or this is how you felt that time, what you need to do in the present moment is to behave in a way that is more positive compared to what you did that time. Tip number 3, find a way to change the meaning of that experience. Every memory we have has an experience attached to them. The experience and the memory combined is only as powerful as the meaning they both have. What you need to do then is, whenever a memory is remembered, what meaning are you associating with that memory? And what new meaning can you create in order to disrupt, in order to distract, in order to change the meaning of that old memory? These are simple 3 tips that you can actually engage in starting right now, and they will change your relationship with whatever traumatic past you've had. Number 1 is to create more positivity in your life so that your brain's negativity bias gradually reduces over time. Number 2 is to disrupt the memory anytime you remember it. And number 3 is to find a way to change the meaning of that memory anytime you remember it. Now, if you find these tips helpful, I would like to have you experience them in practice. Let me invite you to join me at Break the Frame event. It's an immersion experience that we create for members of our community. Now, Break the Frame is an immersion experience where we get to put into practice some of the things I've been teaching you on this channel. If you are interested and want to join me, it is free, and you can use the link down in the description below to actually join me, or you can just go right now to audacitytolead.com/register. And if you haven't subscribed yet, remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can always receive content that help you lead your life and business in the direction that matters. So my lighting just went off. Well, thank you once again for joining me on this episode. I'll see you in the next video.